Howdy y'all, and welcome to the 10 at 10. I'm Tim, and this is my brother Matt.
Howdy, partner.
Guys, we're MrMaple.com. We ship directly to your door. We do over 1,000 varieties of Japanese maples, and today we're listing 10 new trees, actually 20. 10 new trees are on the table we'll be talking about today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be 20 getting listed. Sign up for our weekly email. You'll find out about the full listing if you do that.
Guys, I was recently watching a post in one of our groups where somebody was selling a tree on eBay. It wasn't even the right tree, but it was Nakakakamoto Weeping. This is what they were trying to sell. And it was close to $500 for a 1 gallon. We've got it back on the 10 at 10, Nakakakamoto Weeping, Acer Palmatum, the 400-year-old tree, and much cheaper than $480.
Only $420 on No, much cheaper than that on Mr. Maple. Nakakakamoto Weeping is a classic. And really, I say classic, it's a selection from over 400 years ago. It's at a temple in Japan. Matt and I had the privilege and honor of going and getting to see this plant, and it just twists and contorts, and it has that cascading habit with a really gnarly trunk.
For only 10 easy payments of $40. That's insane. Like, what are you doing, people? Quit getting outbid on terrible things. Shop the 10 at 10. Nakakakamoto Weeping, phenomenal plant though. This is a piece of maple history. It is a tree that is durable up to sun in zone 8. Works zones 5 through 9. Great Japanese maple to be growing. You can put this out and in 400 years, it'll look exactly like the Nakakakamoto Weeping in our pictures, but it's an incredible plant to be growing.
Now guys, this has an incredible fall color. A lot of our photos are in fall color because when we went and visit the original tree at the temple in Japan, it was in fall color. This is the mother plant down the line. There's Shidari, Ryusen, and so many other cool plants. I mean, an amazing plant, Nakakakamoto Weeping. Guys, next up we've got Acer Palmatum, Hubs Red Willow.
Hubs Red Willow is an awesome lunar lobulum style Japanese maple. I love those strap leaves. This is a really fun multi-stemmed one that I really like the colors on. It's a very dark overall red, and it makes an awesome pairing with something like yellow threads if you've ever seen us offer that one before. Hubs Red Willow is a classic. Because of that multi-stemmed approach, it also works great in container gardens because it stays a little smaller than something like Biniotaki.
Now I have seen some people offer this as just red willow. In the original Dick Wolf catalog by Red Maple Nurseries, it was under the name Hubs Red Willow, and that's Hub, H-U-B-B'-S, Hubs Red Willow. Awesome lunar lobulum selection. I mean, this is a cool plant. Just gives you that bamboo-esque feel out there in the landscape and garden.
All right, guys, check out this eye candy.
You talking about me?
No, bro, sorry, I'm talking about the tree. Acer Palmatum eye candy.
Eye Candy is a selection by Talon Buck Holtz. It's a pink in the spring. We've got a full cultivar highlight on this tree. We did in Maplewood Gardens. Go check it out. You can see this tree with that bright, bright pink color in the spring.
This one is a phenomenal tree for its variegation. Now, one little tip is leafing this one out slowly. If it leaves out very quickly, like in a greenhouse, they tend to be a little bit more green. Now, if you leaf this one out slowly in the landscape, put it in a shadier spot, you can get some phenomenal colors on this one. One great thing about this tree is it doesn't revert, so you're not going to lose that variegation, but leafing it out slow will lead to the optimal coloration.
Guys, get an eye candy in your garden. It's something you'll go check out each and every day.
Pairs well with this next one here.
Acer Shironami Sunny.
Now guys, this is one of my favorite oranges in the spring. This one I like so much. It's a seedling from Jordan, and I think what sets it apart from Jordan is if you give it some early morning sun, you can get some phenomenal bold orange shades in that early spring. It's one of the most orange plants in my garden in the early spring. Awesome colorations.
Think of like a Winoyama X Shironami Arium. I mean, that's kind of what you get with this plant. I mean, an amazing Shironami, some excellent spring interest. And then after that orange color goes away, you've got yellow. And you know how I love the color yellow. Contrasts so well out there in the landscape and garden. For a full moon Acer Shironami, this one is one of my favorite.
Yeah, it is a great plant to be growing. I do recommend a little late day shade on Sunny. This one's going to work zones 5 through 9. Definitely shade in that hotter zone 8 and zone 9. But if you can give it early morning sun, late day shade, you're going to pick up that spring orange, protect that late day, that hottest part of the day from that late day sun, and really a fun plant to be growing. Another way I like to grow these is in a big patio planter. Put this in a big blue or purple pot. The colors are going to be insane. All right, guys, we've got Acer Palmatum Wildfire.
Guys, this one's a wildfire in your garden. It gives you some crazy bark colors from yellows to orange to reds towards the tips on the bark itself. And then in the fall, you get some really nice yellows to oranges in the fall.
Guys, the reason this one's so popular is the base is yellow and then it gets darker as you go up. So you get more orange medium growth to redder tips. It looks like a wildfire there in the landscape. I'm a huge fan of this one. It's been a very durable coral bark for us. We typically only list the coral bark zone 6 through 9, but this one's been exceptionally durable. And I've noted a lot of people telling me they had great success with this in high heat areas. I know Lee Todd said this is one of his favorite ones for Oklahoma. So very durable plant there. Great fall colors. You can get some oranges to almost reds in this one a little bit sometimes in the fall color. Awesome upright coral bark interest. Makes a great pairing with any of your traditional coral bark maples, but it stands out all on its own.
Guys, awesome coral bark selection. Great tree just to pair out in the landscape with almost anything. And then next, Acer Palmatum Shironami.
One of our most popular trees. I think one time I was walking through the gardens and we were on Grow in a Greener World with Joe Lample, and we were shooting some B-roll. This is back before we did it. We had YouTube channels, but we weren't doing as much daily YouTube content. And we were just shooting some B-roll, and we're walking through some trees, and Joe Lample's like, "What's this?" And I start talking about Shironami. Well, all that made it into the episode, so we weren't prepared for the influx of orders for Acer Palmatum Shironami. It is always popular. I think the TV show made it even more popular. It goes through some of the craziest color changes. It's one from that 1700s, but it's one that should still be popular in every maple collector's garden today.
Guys, give Shironami some sunlight. You get some pink new growth that then goes to kind of an orange color, that then goes to kind of a yellow-green color, then to a green. And then in the fall, you get yellows, oranges, peaches, and reds. I mean, it's a light wave of color. And this is such an amazing plant out there in the landscape. It has a unique shape in the fact that it has that semi-pendulous habit where it goes up and the branches sort of arch outwards. But this one's one that's going to sell out fast today. So keep in mind, when you add it to your cart, it doesn't hold it for you. Make sure you check out really quickly because this one will be selling out today.
Great plant. Again, one from the 1700s, but it's back. And we like to keep those things going here on Mr. Maple. We love some of those traditional plants. Shironami, it is amazing for those color changes. It really goes through so many different color changes. I'm a huge fan of the fall color. Sometimes I've had it reach like a pink apricot in the fall. It keeps changing the whole season. And lovely tree to be growing. Great size range on it in that mid-size range. Zones 5 through 9, Acer Palmatum Shironami.
Do I see a second yellow plant on the tenant?
Another yellow plant.
Guys, we got Acer Palmatum Yellow Cascade.
Awesome ones. We've got these unstaked, guys. We've had a lot of people wanting to put these in hanging baskets. This one is one of the best yellow weepers for that butter yellow color. You get some really soft, like intense butter shades on this one, especially midsummer. You can get a little sun bleaching going on this one. Even if you give it early morning sun, late day shade, you can get a little bit of that sun bleaching going on, and it makes for a really interesting color pattern.
Yeah, for a weeping style, this one here really gives you some of that light yellows that you don't get out of many other plants. Contrasts so well with so many cool plants out in the landscape. Pair this next to a Hubs Red Willow, you're going to get something that has a very airy feel to it in the Hubs Red Willow with a very full, dense weeping style, completely different colors, completely different habits and textures out there in the landscape and garden.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this one. Great plant to be growing in the landscape. Probably gets underrated, honestly. I would say this is one of my favorite new maples. Yellow Cascade, we have some massive ones out there beside the entranceway to our office, and just a really great plant to be growing. You can stake these up much like Ryusin. You can get these about as tall as you want by staking them. An easy way to grow these is to stake them up to about 5 to 6 feet tall and then let them weep down from there. We leave these unstaked so you can kind of play with your own shapes, create what you want with these. They're one of the most malleable Japanese maples you'll ever grow. All right, guys, back in stock. We've got Lillian's Jewel.
Guys, Lillian's Jewel, one of the best pink on red variegates that has a very irregular variegation. A lot of those irregular variegations are very unstable. Lillian's Jewel is by far the most stable of any of those selections.
These are peak variegation going on right now. You can get a really nice one from Mr. Maple. We've got, just intense, bright pink swirling on the red right now. It's a great time to pick one out because they're in leaf. You can get a premium looking one. I'm a huge fan of this tree. You've heard us talk about it at length on our channel. Introduction by Del Laux of Dell's nursery there. Jonathan Savage, his grandson, helped find this one. One of Dell's last introductions there at his nursery. Really a phenomenal plant. We used to sell these on eBay, and they used to bid up to upwards of like 250 bucks. Now, you can't control those eBay prices, but you did get the right thing when you got it from Mr. Maple. So, excellent plant to be growing. Acer Palmatum Lillians Jewel. Here's another good one to pair with that yellow Cascade.
And there's 3 weeping kind of styles on here. We've got Acer Palmatum Dragon Tears. And what Dragon Tears does is what this one does, it has a really nice arching outward habit as it continues to go upwards.
Yeah, I would almost compare the shape a little bit to a Moriyama. It's semi-pendulous, so it does put up a central leader, but a lot of those branches will weep down from there. I tend to stake it up and just let it get wide. It's a very unique Japanese maple. Brian loved this one in Oklahoma because it was exceptionally heat tolerant, and you got some really nice pink-red new growth going on top of that in the heat. This one works zones 5 through 9. I do recommend shade on any Japanese maple in zone 9, but it's exceptional heat tolerance. Acer Palmatum Dragon Tears.
And Dragon Tears is a fun plant. We've got a full cultivar highlight from Maple Street in Hendersonville. So go check out that video where we go talk about this tree with a specimen out in the landscape.
All right, last but not least, we got a big tree here to add to the table. These are some of our 2 gallons.
Some Ginkgo Biloba Magyar.
Guys, Magyar is a phenomenal Ginkgo. This is a male selection with a very nice upright conical habit to it.
And that conical habit makes it fit in smaller spaces, very dense, very full, and then that bright school bus yellow fall color.
Great fall color on this one, as you know. Ginkgos have very typical fall color. This one is a distinctly male form. I recommend giving your Ginkgos at least 4 to 5 hours of sun for their best growth rate. And you've heard us say it here a ton on our channel, but lime your Ginkgos. Something like a 2 gallon like this, 2 to 3 tablespoons around this tree, even several times a year, is going to increase the alkalinity and increase your growth rate a good bit. Excellent starter sizes for Ginkgo Biloba Magyar.
Now guys, we've got 10 trees we talked about. There's 20 getting listed today at 10 a.m. Sign up for our weekly emails and you'll figure out the full listing of 20 before so you can prepare at 10 a.m. so you can check out fast. A lot of these plants today will sell out fast. So we always let people know, check out fast, because our website doesn't hold it for you until you actually check out. If you have it in your cart, it can sell out while it's still in your cart.
Guys, if we earned it and you're new here, make sure to hit that bell. First off, that's better than subscribing. You'll get all of our daily content we provide here on the Mr. Maple Show. And if you're one of our regulars, thumb wrestle that like button. Go ahead and smash it, thumb wrestle it down, get a good pin. We appreciate you guys tuning in every single week in that live chat. You guys are so much fun in the live chat. You inspire us to keep making content, and we greatly appreciate it.
Take care.
God bless.
And have an awesome day.